one there. Okay, so we are now fishing. Put the anchor in, northerly wind starts. Typical, brilliant. So we've swung slightly off where I wanted to be, but we're okay. 2 rods down, running ledgers, 200-pound mono trace with a 10-0 circle hook and half a mackerel hook through, tail on one end, head on the other. It's about as simple as it gets there. I'm not doing any fancy rigs. I might, when this wind drops away later, or if it doesn't, I might put a float rod out and send it just down the tide, set it about mid-water and just trot it down the tide and then just hold it there just for something different to do, give me something to watch. But yeah, other than that, we're just waiting now. Tope, they do come through in big waves. You'll get one and then suddenly all your rods will go and you'll be in a right pickle. But there's some big ones about in a minute. So that's what we're hoping for. Just a waiting game now. Get that scent in the water, draw them in, and when they do come in, they come in. So fingers crossed. Let's see if we can nab ourselves a little sharky shark. Right, so I have now rigged up the float. It's a 115 gram C-Tech, I think they call it a fat boy float, something like that. And I've got it into like a rubbing leader almost, so locked in, whatever you want to call it. So I've got my big ball head between a bit of rubbing leader. Got a bead there just to protect the knot a little bit. And then we're going down to the exact same rig as is on the ledger gear. So it's 200-pound mono, a 10-0 circle hook. And I'm going to trot this out right to the back of the boat. And I've got it set to about 3/4 depth. Now I'm currently fishing on a bit of sand and behind me is a reef. So I'm going to try and trot this over and get it to sit just above the reef. It'll work or it won't, it's one of those. But I'm maximising my chances here. And this will just stick out the side of the rod holder at the boat. And it's what we call a sleeper rod. So it's there just fishing while you're doing your main stuff. Now, we're going to be doing a bit more of this float fishing this year because I really enjoy it. It's a great way of fishing. This is a Penn Surf Blaster 7000 and it's a Squadron 2 pilk rod. It's basically a long sort of big heavy lure rod basically, but it's designed to take jigs up to like 300-400 grams. So should easily will take a tope. And I'm just going to trot this out the back of the boat now and see how it looks. But yeah, about 3/4 depth, and these two here at the back are hard on the bottom. So if there's anything wandering mid-water, this should find it. Well, no sooner as I put that float rod out, we've got a bite on the back rod. I don't think it's what we're after. In fact, it might have just come off. Yeah, I think it's come off. We had a bite there, might have been a doggy. Oh, that's a good sign though, first bite of the day. It did look like it was going to be a tope. Oh, a bit of excitement. I say the float has just gone out and that's sitting maybe 60-70 foot behind the back of the boat, and that'll just sit there in the tide and tope work the whole water column, so I'm hoping that'll pick up a bonus fish, but we'll see. Tope on, tope on. Oh yeah, fish on guys. Oh, is it off? Is it off? Oh, it's come off again. Didn't set the hook. Ah, oh, back on. There we are, back on. Yep, there we go. Back on. Oh, there we go. There we go. That feels like a nice fish. Drags on for effect, sorry. Oh no. Oh. We got a fish. Hang on. Something's happening. Yeah, fish, there we go. Fish on. Told ya. Fish on. I knew something was happening there. I'm hoping this is a tope, not an eel. Oh, that's a tope. Oh, the other one's got one now as well. Other one's got one as well now. You can see it going off. Come on. Just sitting down deep. It's not going crazy like a tope is. Got some weight to it. I don't want to lock up too much on the drag in case it decides to run. If you're on full, it'll just part you off. Where is my glove? I guide it. I'm actually on relatively light gear really. The rods are really tippy, as you can see by the bend. Ideally you want something a bit more of a bit grunt behind it. I'm going to try to play it gently. I'm trying to tease it up rather than bully it. There's the leader, so we're going to find out what this is. Not even that big to be fair, but it's a tope. Oh. Right, tope's on. As you can tell, they go mental. Get your lead off. Get that out of the way. Get it right out of the way. And then that's it then. He can do whatever he wants to do on the boat, and he will destroy my boat. But you're not going to snap any rods. Right. That's a nice tope. Let me deal with this and then I'll show you him. Right, that is a very angry and feisty tope. I'm only playing him in 70 foot of water, so they're quite green, they're quite fresh when they come up. And they got a nasty set of teeth on them, and he has just bit the back of my trainer. Luckily I can't feel it. Right, just got to check the baits, and this had something on it, if you remember rightly. It had a bite while I was playing the other fish. I obviously couldn't bring it in, but there's something on this. But it's just a doggy. Oh. There we go. It's just popped up, but that was a doggy on a whole Joey mackerel, and I'm just going to send that back out. Oh, there we go. I said when they come in, they come in. I lost one, and then almost instantly, 10 minutes later, another one. Yeah, that's all that was. Just a big Mutsu circle, 200-pound rubbing leader, bit of silicone tubing for a bit of extra chafe resistance, and that was on a half a mackerel hooked through the head. Just sent down, nothing, no spine taken out or anything, just sent straight down. Actually, I flapped it off like that, but I kept the spine in. And then that was it. And then, yeah, the one before was bigger. I know everyone says that, but the one I lost was bigger. That actually was a nice size, but it wasn't big. Oh, well, there you go. Oh, we got another one on. We got another one. Instantly. It might be a doggy, actually. Yeah, it might be a doggy. Yeah, dirty doggy. Okay, so one tope, one lost. Oh, hold on. Hold fire. Hold fire. And another one on. I was just about to tell you. Oh, that one's gone. That one's come off. These rods are too soft. You need something with power to hook them back in. That come off. I was just about to tell you that I've just deepened the float. These tope are obviously on the bottom today. Smaller tide. Small tide, I think they're sitting down. I've made an error in bringing my really light rods. There's a fine line with toping, having the sport and needing to set the hook. And a couple of times now I've fallen short on setting that hook. But float's now deeper, fresh bait, and there's tope in the area. What I didn't show you on camera was I brought a really big old mackerel out with me. It's about a foot long, about a 2-pound mackerel from the banks. And I chopped it up and I was chumming it. So I threw it all up the back of the boat. And about 15 minutes later, we've started having loads of bites. So I'm not attributing it to that, but a bit of extra scent in the water, it seems to have done the trick. Yeah, another fish lost there because I didn't set the hook. The next time we come out, I'll bring some heavier 1220s that aren't so tippy. So when they run, they feel some resistance and they should half hook themselves, but I can bang it in. When you strike with these, they're so soft, it doesn't set the hook. Never mind, all fun. Just saw a little bounce on it then, so I just wanted to grab hold of it in case it ran. Might be a pesky doggy. Got a bit quiet again now. I said earlier on it comes through in waves. You'll get one and suddenly you'll have a 15-20 minute spell where you're on guard. And any minute the rod can go over and then they swim through and then you're waiting for another pack. I didn't make the most of it when they come through today. It's bugging me a little bit that I've got the light rods with me, because if I'd have set the hook a bit better, had a bit more beefy gear, we would have had at least a couple more to the boat, I reckon. But that's all right, it happens, it goes like that. Just a bit rusty on the tope, that's all. Might be a dogfish playing with it. I'll hit it in a minute. If it keeps going, I'll hit it, just in case. I'm going to hit this just in case. Right. Something playing with it, but just check the bait anyway now. Just as well we did, because it's gone. I've had a couple of little knocks on this one, and obviously tope have got very sharp teeth, so if they do get hold of it, shake it, and you miss the bite, it's a good chance they can have the bait away. But I've got an absolute tuner of a mackerel here, but I might stick that on. That's on it. Whenever I'm fishing the tail part of a mackerel, I always cut the tail off. You can impede the hook. When you hook it through the tail, you can impede it, so you don't want to mask the hook point. And yeah, and also it can make it spin. I'm just going to flapper this bit off. just flapping it off. I haven't taken the spine out, and I'm going to hook it once through there like that, and that is a large tope bait. Now if that doesn't get hit, I'll be very surprised. Right, it's gone beautifully calm. Really has gone calm. This morning there was just ever such a, it wasn't a strong northeasterly wind, but when you sat at anchor, these quicksilvers, they barely weigh a ton, so they're quite light. So when you got a northeast wind, it was just a little ripple slamming the boat around. But it's gone glassy calm now. The fishing has also gone really quiet, as it does. Although we have got something playing about on there, but I suspect again it's a dog. A tope will normally just be gone. Some friends of mine have gone a bit further out to another mark, and they're going to let me know how they get on. They had some nice fish there the other day. I did contemplate going there myself this morning, but I came back here, and it's been alright, but we've dropped fish because of the rods, but I'm not going to harp on about it. But I might take a wander out there and see if I can't stick a few bigger ones. Let's see what's going on with this. I've got something on that. Oh yeah, there we go. Well, we got something on this one actually. Probably going to be a dirty doggy. There is zero fight to it. And that is exactly what it is. Dirty animals. Dirty. It's not even hooked. It's just holding on to the bait. Get back, please. Wasn't even hooked, he was just holding on to it. Animals, they really are. Yep, another doggo, and it hasn't even got the bait again. And let go, and away it goes. Right, that was an older, bigger bait that I had on. Banging my own boat. It was an older, bigger bait that I had on, but they're ravaging that, so I'm going to go to half a mackerel, fresh one. See if I can't tempt something a bit bigger. So I had 2 mackerel left, and they're like lovely joey size. I've just flapped them off, and within a minute I got a bite, but I think it's a dogfish. You're on edge, you're watching your rod, and suddenly it starts bouncing, and you think, oh, tope, and then it just stops, and you think, no, doggo. So I'm probably only going to fish the morning tide now, so we've got another half hour. So I've freshened the baits up. The float has done nothing all day, it's just sat at the back. Yeah, 2 fresh baits on, I can't do much else now. And I've got no more bait after this other than some little squid strips for bream, which I haven't done. So yeah, we are all or nothing now, half hour left to go. Come on for another tope. We got this. Tope on, tope on! That's a tope. Oh, that's a good tope as well, that's a good one. That's a good fish. Start trying to put some pressure on this one. Come on. Come on. Oh, just freshen those baits up. 5 minutes in. Oh, I think it just shook the hook. Ah, oh, shook the hook again. Oh, shook the hook. It's shaking the hook again. Oh, that was a good fish as well. Ah. It's shaking the hook and it's had the bait, so that's game over on that one. Oh, that's frustrating. That's a nice fish. Nice fish. Oh, well, that's a frustrating day actually. It's turned out to be a really frustrating day. I think I've got something on this one as well. Oh. It's turned into a really frustrating morning. I've had probably 5 good tope runs now, and that one was on for a good period. I just felt the edge shake and the hook was gone, and that hook just wasn't set again. It's me, I'm a little bit rusty on these tope really. Yeah, I'm just a little bit rusty. I'm going to come back here ASAP, armed with some heavier gear. Yeah, armed with some heavier gear, and I'm going to try and nab these out, because a couple of these I've had today have felt like really nice fish, and they just bullied me on the tippy rods. If I had something a bit stiffer, I could have bullied him in. We would have done all right so far. Now I think there's a bait on this float, and it's done nothing all morning. So I'm going to bring that in and try and put the bait on the rod, the other ledger. Hopefully we can get something. Oh, frustrating, frustrating. But lessons learned there. The soft tip rods, they're just no good when you're toping. Need this heavier gear. I'm trying to be cocky and trying to do it on the light gear for maximum fun, but actually I'm just losing the fish. Right, well on that note, I'm going to call that an end to the session. A few hours out today. Should have had more tope on the boat. Costly lesson today, and it's a lesson that I've learned many times before. Just clearly rusty today on the tope, but never mind. Got one in eventually, so we managed to get one. But we should have had 4 or 5 today, and there a couple that I lost. I know it's always that one that got away story, but they felt big. They felt good fish. So I've got a half term now, a couple of days with the kids. I'm going to go home, reset, and I'm going to come back and we're going to get these, and we're going to have ourselves a nice one. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you all again hopefully next time getting some big tope.